You guys got any plans for Saturday?
Yes, thank
you. Well, it's Tuesday, and we're just really excited about what we have in front of us this week. It's a week that both at the same time is going really fast, but also too slow. We're excited about getting to Saturday, but we know there's a lot of work to be done between now and then. Our players are really in a good place right now in terms of enjoying the moment and making the most out of the opportunity they have, but also understanding that the past 5 games are in the past, and our focus needs to be 100% on Butler. Ascend on the Final Four. It's one of the really neat things about our profession is that if you're in college coaching and a lot of high school coaches and other coaches, you'll be in Houston. And so since I got into coaching, every year I've gone to the Final Four. And it's a lot of fun. It's always been one of my favorite times of year. But the thing that is a little bittersweet about it most years is you're there watching and you're not there coaching. So this year I'm really lucky. Our coaching staff's really lucky. We're one of 4 coaching staffs in the country that get to take an active role, and with everyone else there. So certainly felt like watching them, yeah, it can be done. And that's, I think, one of the magical things about what Butler did last year is they made a lot of teams out there, a lot of coaches out there believe we can do it at fill in the blank. I don't know, because I really don't watch that stuff. I don't see that. But I can't sing very well, so if they want to make me a rock star because of what Joy Rodriguez and Jamie Skeen and Bradford Burgess and the rest of our team has done, then I guess that's the way it works, but it really hasn't changed me at all.
Did last year's CBI run, it was a tournament, not the same caliber, but how much did it help you kind of grow with your players in the first year, and how much could it have helped you for this year's win or go home attitude?
I think it helped quite a bit for several reasons. First and foremost, it allowed us to end the season on a very positive note. And we won our last 5 games. We won a championship. We beat a very good team 2 games in a row in the championship series. We also got to play a lot of our younger guys, a lot of the guys that returned this year, added minutes, and they got extra experience. If you remember, Joy Rodriguez was the most valuable player of the whole tournament. Jamie Skeen had some very, very good games down the stretch, as did Bradford Burgess. Guys like Darius Theus, Troy Daniels got extra minutes. So I think for all of them going into the offseason, it really gave them a boost in terms of, hey, this is what I can be moving forward, and this is what we can be. I think from a team standpoint, it gave us very good experience in, as you said, a win or go home format. And it was interesting. We learned as a coaching staff in terms of what we did scouting-wise that at least last year in that situation, less was more. We did a little bit less in terms of focusing on what the opponents were going to do, going over all their plays and trying to know every little thing that they did. And we spent more time just focusing on us doing what we do and doing it at a high level. And I think that's helped us this year. How I run the program? Oh, how much time do you have? I mean, I've got a lot of thoughts on how I run the program, and philosophy is still evolving. You know, one of the things that happens when you get a head coaching job is you realize that when you're an assistant, you had all the answers. You know, everything that you said was magical, and it was going to work out great. That's because those were all suggestions. And when you become a head coach, you realize some of the stuff that you thought would work so great, that's not necessarily the case. My philosophy, I would say, is built on a few things. Number one, if we can view our program through the lens of developing our student athletes as players, students, and people, and that is over and above everything else, then I really believe that winning games and on-the-court success will take care of itself. So that's the biggest thing is developing the guys on and off the court. Now, the next thing is, well, how do you do that? And I think the fundamental, the core of that is spending time. You know, we try to spend a ton of time with our players. Jamie Skeen and I will probably go to dinner tonight. Why? It's a chance for us to get together, and we probably won't even talk about basketball. But if you spend time with your guys, they know that you have their back. They know that you care about them, you care about their families. And then when you do get on the court and you ask them to do something, and we ask a lot, they're more likely to do it.
2 games from a national championship, is it going to be hard to maintain that?
No, I don't think so. Come watch us in practice, in the open practice in Houston, and you'll see those guys will be loose as a goose. I mean, it's a great point. When you stop and think about it, you realize, wow, we're in the Final Four, and we're 80 minutes away, if we play well, from winning it all. But you can't get overwhelmed by that. It's still just a game. It's still a situation where all we can control is ourselves, and if we do go out there and we play aggressive, confident, loose basketball, we've got a terrific chance to win.
Coach, how much have you talked to the players about just preparation for that atmosphere or dealing with the hype?
Haven't talked much about the game Saturday yet. Been talking more with our guys about handling this week leading up to Saturday, and then as we get closer, we'll talk about the actual game and dealing with it. But the biggest thing is it's a mental battle right now that is going on in each one of our guys' minds. You know, it's critical that they don't buy into all the talk about how good they are, because complacency is the seed of defeat. And if you get, at this point, any level of complacency, you're in trouble. But our guys have so much respect for the other 3 teams in the Final Four. I don't think that's going to happen.